I'm here with the lovely Dr. Hilary Dyer and her friend Geordie Boy. So, tell us a bit about yourself, Hilary.
I find it really difficult to talk about myself in common with a lot of people because the focus for my conversations generally are the beautiful boy you've got behind you here.
Tell me about Geordie Boy then.
Geordie Boy is a 1995 Mazda 323F with a 1.5 fuel injection engine. He's now done 203,000 miles, of which I've done most of that mileage because I've owned him since the 4th of June 1998. So we're looking at 28 years with him, 27, 28 years. And he'll be 30 on the 31st of August this year, which is a great milestone for him. He was my everyday workhorse from the day that I bought him until 2011-12, and then he became partly retired, and now he is a full-time classic car.
So, what was it that you attracted him to him in the first place?
I think the styling and the looks and the Japanese reliability engine. My father introduced me to Japanese cars in 1976 when he bought his first Japanese car, which was a Datsun 120Y, and he raved about the engine reliability and build. And he'd been a very committed British car owning person all his life. And so seeing how he enjoyed the benefits of the reliability of his Datsun 120Y lived in my memory, so that when I was looking for a replacement car, I felt that the engine build, the reliability and the styling and looks of the Mazda 323F were what I was going to look for. I also toyed with the idea of an MX-5, but as a two-seater sports car, I didn't feel that that offered me enough space. And having previously owned two sports cars, really felt that I wanted a larger kind of mid-size family saloon to drive around in. So that is very much the choice of car that I had.
He's in lovely condition.
He is indeed. Thank you very much, Paul. Takes a lot of time, effort and energy, but really from the day that I bought him, the intention was very much to keep him exactly as the day that I bought him. So he is largely unmodified. Everything that needs doing gets done. So if there is a tiny rust spot anywhere, that gets done. And I do most of all of the cosmetic side of looking after him. And nowadays, with just doing about 2,500, 3,000 miles each year, all he needs is a basic annual service, oil filter, and he keeps going.
So MOTs, you say?
And through his MOTs as well. Yes, certainly over the last 5 years, he's sailed through all of his MOTs, first time without any advisories. And that happened Wednesday last when we took him to his usual garage in Malton. So he's a delight to drive, absolutely easy to drive, original engine, clutch, gearbox, transmission. And I think at 200,000, people have said to me, oh, he's only just run in. And I actually think they're probably right.
We're at Croft today, and you've had a couple of laps of the circuit. How did he get on?
I absolutely loved it. It had been on my bucket list to take Geordie Boy onto a circuit, not necessarily to do a race day because we're not insured for that, and I don't have the nerves for it. But to get him onto a track for a track experience was something I'd wanted to do for years. And today we fulfilled that ambition, that dream, that joy, and it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was thoroughly entertaining, thoroughly enjoyable, and we had a whale of a time. The most fun that people can have with their clothes on and wheels intact, as it were. So, yeah, we've had a great time. Loved it.
That's fantastic. I hope you have many more happy years together.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Thanks, Hilary.
Absolutely, and things that I probably want to say off camera rather than on about the enjoyment level.